Welcome aboard TMB's South Capital Express. We've gone from Andhra Pradesh to Kerala to Karnataka, and last week we traveled to Telangana to take you through the teeming streets near Charminar and the buzzing offices in Cyberabad. So now I'm bringing you to our final destination for this series. I'm talking about the big boy of manufacturing and industry, Tamil Nadu. Here are some quick pointers on the scale of Tamil Nadu's prowess in this arena. Second largest contributor to India's GDP, third largest contributor to India's export, most industrialized state in India, highest number of factories in India, largest women workforce in factories in India, highest number of operational special economic zones in India, highest number of patents filed in India. These are just some of the titles that the state boasts. But there's so much more potential that Tamil Nadu is brimming with. Something that we're determined to uncover in today's episode, where we speak to TRB Rajaa, Tamil Nadu's Industries Minister. So buckle up as we take you investment hopping from Chennai to Coimbatore, Thoothukudi to Trichy, Kanchipuram to Kanyakumari, Hosur to Tirupur. It's Friday, August 22nd. I'm your host Dia Rekhi, and you are listening to our special series South Capital on the morning brief from the Economic Times. From the Detroit of Asia to the Manchester of the South, Tamil Nadu's industrial hubs have been dubbed many names. What's interesting though is how these hubs have enabled the emergence of thriving clusters across the state. Not just manufacturing, India's software as a service or SaaS boom began in Chennai and has since found its way not just to the temple town of Tenkasi but also to the Nasdaq in New York. Also, whether it's the fancy Kanjivaram sari that you're looking to wear to the next big family occasion or the apparel that bears the tag Made in India when you travel abroad next, much of it is from Tamil Nadu's significant textile and apparel hotspots. And while we're at it, let's not forget the leather and non-leather footwear segments. So much of that is done right here in Tamil Nadu. Electronics manufacturing exports from Tamil Nadu are the highest in the country. In April this year, the state hit a historic high of $14.65 billion in electronics exports in FY 24-25. So even the iconic iPhones have most of their assembling done in the state through multiple suppliers. And don't even get me started on the auto sector. Everyone from Ford to JLR, Ather to Ola, all of them have their units set up in Tamil Nadu, which has an established and mature component ecosystem as well. But this is just a snapshot of how diverse the sectors are that Tamil Nadu has established itself in. And yet, we've seen that the state has been extremely aggressive when it comes to attracting new investments. Just last week, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin said he would travel to Germany and England in September to attract investments. But to get an idea of what more is in store for Tamil Nadu, I spoke to TRB Rajaa. Listen in. Thank you so much, Rajaa sir, for joining us on the morning brief. It's a pleasure to have you.
My pleasure.
I just wanted to start off the conversation with Tamil Nadu's goal of becoming a $1 trillion economy. In that context, I wanted to understand what you see as the engines of growth and the sectors that you feel will drive this kind of growth.
Okay, yeah. First of all, thanks. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And so Tamil Nadu's growth is not something that you've seen overnight, right? We've been here for almost 100 years in the industrial sector. Chennai and more so Coimbatore have grown at a rapid pace. And then over the last 50 years, it's been about distributed growth, right? Right from education to manufacturing. We ensured focus on education, focus on bringing women on board, which sadly the rest of India is not doing yet, even today. And that is why we have a huge share of women in women workforce. You see, 41% of them are from just one state called Tamil Nadu. So that means we have done a fantastic job. And that also means that India is not doing a great job at empowering its women, which is what we really want India to emulate from Tamil Nadu. Uh, we've made people question politicians. That I think is a huge, huge step. Kerala has done a fantastic job with it again. We love them for that. And I think the moment you have a population which questions its leadership, its lawmakers, then you have good policy. And this goal of $1 trillion economy. And now to reach that, we need different sectoral focuses, right? Luckily for us, we've been very good at manufacturing for the longest time, like the one we got in automobile. And then we got into the IT boom way before the rest of the country did. And now to our leader who sees into the future and doesn't see AI as a disruptive force, and he actually thinks that come on, AI is something which has been built. It's we are Chennai, and this is not Chennai. It's Chen.ai, right? Look at textiles. We really want to go up the technical textiles stream, right? And look at electronics. I just came in from opening Murata. Murata is a multi-layer chip manufacturer, and this is what we're manufacturing in Tamil Nadu. This is what is so exciting about the job, also. And every sector that we are good at, we are also building on it.
So there's a lot to unpack there. But coming to electronics specifically, we've seen that Tamil Nadu has been leaps and bounds ahead of other states in terms of exports, right? I wanted to understand what the goal really is now for TN, because you've already spoken about a policy to match the central government's PLI scheme for component making. And I wanted to understand how you're looking to take that forward.
Our core focus now is going to be on the component ecosystem, even though the first two fabs which came into India actually came to Tamil Nadu and then were taken away from us. You know what happened there. I can only say the first stop was Tamil Nadu. They chose Tamil Nadu. They were coming here, and then they went to Delhi, and there was a diversion board there. And there was a tech diversion board. So anyway, but we don't mind. I mean, come on, we know that we are the best. So what have we done right now? We have now putting up a school of excellence for semiconductors, where kids get to train on the fab, right? So now my workforce is going to be hands-on trained on a fab now. Now, once I've done that, now I have a supply chain to all the fabs around, not only in India, to the rest of the world also, because every now and then when I go to Japan or Germany, there's this question, always this question, where when some of the ambassadors or the CGs there, they come up and say, can you supply manpower to us, trained manpower with Japanese language skills, basic Japanese language skills, or basic German skills? So these are all questions that we get from all these other countries. So we'll have manpower ready for India's interests also, while we also deliver talent to the world. So yeah, you can't stop us by diversion boards here.
How do you deal with this tremendous competition that's brewing between the southern states? Also, what is your investment pitch for TN that distinguishes you from other competitors?
Let me be very clear, very, very clear. Tamil Nadu does not consider other states as competition. We consider other countries as our competition. And I think that's where Tamil Nadu is today. We want to conquer new horizons. We want to do things only because of the fact that it's only us that can actually do it. Because we have the talent that's required to do it. Not just talent. We are the only state which has a huge safety quotient. Look at the kind of safety for women that we can very proudly say we have. Look at the kind of ecosystem, the infrastructure that you see in Tamil Nadu. It's not just the capital. It's every single village which has roads. It's every single village which has educational institutions. And we have 4 doctors per 1,000 people here, and all of them working properly. We have a school almost every 5 7 kilometers, 7 kilometers in the rural areas. We are the most urbanized state in India. We have the largest road network. Any investor coming into Tamil Nadu can close their eyes, put their finger on the map of Tamil Nadu, and you can put an industry there. Look at what we have. We have Chennai, Kanjipuram, we have Ranipet, Vellore, we have Dharmapuri, Hosur, and then I can come to Namakkal, Salem. I can go to Coimbatore, Tirupur. I can come down to Trichy again, then to even to Tanjavur, even to Nagapattinam now, the Delta region where the rice bowl of India is now also. We are saving up, we are protecting our farmers, and also trying to bring in industry which is eco-friendly, which has value addition for farm produce, right? So we're trying to enable that also. And you have the Kadalur ecosystem, you have the Tirunamala ecosystem now being built for IT. Now Madurai, Thuthukudi, Tirunelveli, Theni, now Kanyakumari. Now in Kanyakumari, we're building an IT infrastructure. I know Kerala doesn't have space, right? So I'm building for Kerala, for the people of Kerala and my people to come and work in that space, right? I'm building something close to the Kerala border in Coimbatore. Now I want to see Coimbatore boom and actually help my Chetans and Chechis from across the border there. Now, which other state can do this? We are power surplus. We are also the most greenest state in India. We're going beyond 57% of green power. We want to hit 75%. We have the highest net zero target decades before India. Our ESG quotient is over the roof. If you our DEI quotient, again, no match, no other state comes close. So this is the only state. This is the only state in India which has never ever failed to pay its incentives. I can assure you that even my opposition will never ever fail on an incentive package. And that is policy continuity. And that is what is important for an investor when he comes into a foreign land, sets up and trusts the government, right? Yeah.
We've spoken a lot about manufacturing, but I want to shift focus a little bit here and bring you to the tech sector. We've seen that cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad have really gone way ahead of Chennai in terms of this entire GCC boom, for example. So, when we speak of TN now, what really led to us losing that lead, and what is being done to bring back those investments here?
So in 1960s, late 60s, Kalingar saw the importance of computers, right? In 70s, we had it was called computergalum adan payangalum, which means, so computer is actually, in Tamil, it's kanini. But even that word wasn't created then. It was still computer, okay? So the textbook corporation of Tamil Nadu prints that textbook in 1975, right? And he was the first one to bring IT education, computer education into schools and then into college. So Tamil Nadu was in fact ready when Y2K came. Again, 2001 to 2006, when Madam was in power, she had a lot of issues with cases and stuff. I think she was also a bit distracted. When Kalingar left, our growth rate was 13 point something. It was double digit, right? From 2011 till 2021, it was a massacre. It was not a massacre, but at least it could have been much, much better. The growth could have been much, much better. And that's when I think Bengaluru and Hyderabad took that IT space away from us a bit. There was no forward thinking when it comes to urban planning also during the 10 years. So, and I think we should have done more high rises, more on that space for tech capable A grade spaces to be built in Chennai. But now, of late, in the last 3 years, we are the fastest growing in India. Huge office space absorption, huge A grade space coming in, now more being built. So I think we're getting there. I think we're regaining our space in that area too. Yeah.
I can't let you go without asking you about the Chennai airport.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already written about this. I had even spoken to you at that time. But this seems to be a genuine pain point for a lot of companies. as well as passengers in general.
I'm not saying no.
No, I'm not saying you're saying no. I'm saying that this is what we have heard. But I want to get a sense of how important that airport really is. Because when we speak of Chennai being this industrial and manufacturing hub, the airport is a bit of a letdown, because we've spoken to people, even for that story where they say that they ask people to come to Bangalore rather than come to Chennai because many of their plants are in Hosur, and they'd rather have their investors come to Bangalore and drive down because that's a smoother process. So what is really being done on that front?
Let's see, Chennai, we won't do the mistake that Bangalore did. We'll still have Chennai in. I think Bangalore messed up by not having Hal airport in. Yeah, the domestic airport or that second airport. I think every city needs two, at least three airports looking deep into the future. Right? I'm already looking at the third airport. We have had discussions about a third airport, not just one, because I know that once Pandur comes, there's going to be a big jump in my growth, and then when that growth happens, obviously that's going to take space there. And see, airports are enablers for new industrial growth. There's another one coming up in Rameswaram, if you look at it. So that ecosystem is going to boom in a big way once that airport comes. Yes, it is it is tourism focused right now, but end of the day, that's going to create another cluster there. Ranipet is the new kid in the block after Vellore. Now Ranipet is where JLR is coming, right? So everybody, again, nobody knew JLR is coming. We closed that deal in 1 month flat. We gave them land in 1 month flat. That is the speed at which we work on. Now Ranipet is going to have high end. This is high end luxury segment, right? So that luxury segment automobiles require luxury segment inputs, components. Now that ecosystem is going to grow there. And Hosur, of course, as you said, now Thoothukudi in a big way. I see a lot coming via the blue economy. Now we are unlocking the blue economy of Tamil Nadu. That is the next big story, I think. We have 1,000 kilometers of coastline, 1,076 kilometers of coastline, right from you can look at shipbuilding to seafood, value addition, right? Even offshore is something which you're very keen on, where looking at something on the seabed or floating offshore wind is what we are also looking at now. See, Thoothukudi, which is a huge port, the outer hub is also now ready. It's going to become a big shipbuilding hub, and it will definitely become another automobile manufacturing hub. There's battery ecosystem coming up there. And then we already have Tirunelveli, which has now become the solar panel manufacturing hub of India. We have Tata Solar, we have Vikram Solar, and more coming up. And now with the new regulation, cell manufacturing is going to pick up. I think 26 is the deadline. I think even if you extend it for a year, I think cells need to be manufactured here, right? Tenkasi. Now, Tenkasi was neglected for a long time. Now, Tenkasi, we announced the first SIPCOT in Tenkasi. We're bringing in the textile ecosystem there. And look at the PM Trapak, now that's got cleared in Virudhunagar, huge 1,600 acres, and that's going to become the textile hub, another textile hub. So every single ecosystem that we are good at, we are increasing our presence in it, and we're also increasing our downstream presence. I mean, localization of the entire ecosystem there, close to their setup. So yeah, all of this is happening in Tamil Nadu.
We've spoken quite a bit about the state and what is being done in terms of driving that investment growth. But I wanted to understand a little bit more about whether there is a concern at all of AP snatching investments purely because of maybe being aligned with the center. Is there a fear at all?
No, I'll just wish them luck with their capital first. Let them start building a capital first. That's what we've proven. They've had all the money that they've needed from the government of India over these past few years. And where are they now? Where are we now? We still, without any support of the government of India, we are the number one state, 11.19% of growth, double digit. So this is going to be a fantastic growth story. And that is what Tamil Nadu is about. And I don't mind my other states getting funds from the state. After all, that is our funds. So if Andhra is growing, it's thanks to Tamil Nadu that it's growing. And we're happy to give funds to our brothers and sisters. But we just hope it's being put to good use and not do things like, as I said, build statues and breaking bridges.
Another important aspect is the MSME factor.
Yeah.
And I know it's been extremely critical for TN's growth because TN does have the largest number of MSMEs in the country. So, what is really being done to help them and also bring them up to speed in terms of technology and automation?
Yeah, not just the normal MSMEs. These are the largest number of women-run MSMEs, women-owned MSMEs, doing a fantastic job. And I think I've always believed that large industry can thrive only when there's a very, very good, solid, grounded MSME sector, because that is where all the problem solving happens. The research happens at the MSME level. Right, you throw a problem at them, they go there, they go to the lathes, do everything, grind, cut, do it, polish it, and then come back and test it with the large industry. Go back again, redo the whole thing, and look at what we have today. During COVID, I'll give you one instance where Allison Transmission, which is one of the largest off-road transmission manufacturer in the world, they have, I think, 70% or something insane amount of share. And they were building in Tamil Nadu. They are building in Tamil Nadu. And during COVID, they couldn't get a spare from Germany, right? So they were going to stop production, but then somebody there in the production told them that we should try local MSMEs. So they gave a shout out to one of the MSMEs. They gave them a spare part, which I think was about some few $1,000s from Germany. And they gave this to this guy. He comes back after 15 days with a product which is not only about 10 times cheaper, it's also much better than the original. Can you believe it? And that is when, and this is not my story. This is their own story. The CEO himself, he told me that when during my recent visit, and they have an entire room filled with localized products. So they've opened their eyes to Tamil Nadu, and this is what I've been telling. Dear world, open your eyes to Tamil Nadu, and you'll be floored by what we can do. Yeah.
I'd like to touch upon an important challenge because you've spoken about climate resilient infrastructure, and I think that's a critical point because Tamil Nadu and some of its cities really require it, considering we've been so prone to floods. For instance, Chennai, right? What is being done by your department to ensure the industry is compliant with more climate resilient infrastructure?
I think climate mitigation and climate resilient infrastructure, all of this needs to be on our mind. And that is why, as we speak, we are building thousands of kilometers of stormwater drains in Chennai. And look at what has happened over the last few years. In 2021, when we came to power, massive floods in every single part of of Chennai was flooded. I mean, most parts of Chennai was flooded. Now, the last 2-3 years, if you look at the same kind of rains, but not much of flooding, right? Actually, no flooding. Things have drained within minutes. Right? Within the hour, the entire place was dry. That's the kind of infrastructure that the government of Tamil Nadu, the Dravidian model of the government, is building already. We make sure that we have the most stringent environment clearances in place. We are on a war footing. We are planting 11,500 square kilometers in Tamil Nadu. That's larger than many countries. So that is the kind of climate initiative that Tamil Nadu is taking. And this is the greenest state. And Tamil Nadu is the most responsible and the most vibrant and the most suitable place to do business.
There's no denying that Tamil Nadu has had a great run when it comes to building a robust manufacturing ecosystem. The state boasts solid infrastructure as well as good educational institutions. But what is going to help keep up this bull run? That's what is important to understand. One aspect that often comes up in my discussions with investors is that there is a lack of nightlife in Tamil Nadu. They say youngsters and expats alike want the opportunity to go out and grab a drink somewhere that's not a 5-star. And while one can say that this has gotten a lot better in Chennai, with the establishment of hubs in other cities, this is something that hopefully will trickle down there as well. Not just this. The Japanese and Koreans, for instance, love their golf, and that is a common ask to have more golf courses, for example. Ensuring that industrial towns and hubs provide their inhabitants with access to modern amenities and the lifestyle that they are used to would also be something that helps to not only attract but retain talent. Similarly, with mega factories coming up and dorm housing becoming the norm, it's important that we take the best of the China model while striking the right balance when it comes to labor to ensure that exploitation does not take place and workers are given a safe, healthy, and fulfilling environment to not only work but live in. Thank you, Rajaa. We hope you enjoyed our South Capital series. In case you missed any of our other episodes, fret not. Next week, my fellow TMBN Nidhi Sharma and I will break down all that we've understood from our conversations with the ministers and bring you the top highlights with some of our own commentary sprinkled in. Stay tuned. It's Friday, August 22nd. I'm your host, Dia Rekhi, and you were listening to South Capital only on the Morning Brief from the Economic Times. This episode was produced by Vinay Joshi and Anirban Chaudhary, sound design by Amrit Reggie. A new episode of the Morning Brief drops every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, don't miss our new show, Corner Office Conversation, where the brightest minds at ET speak to the most interesting business leaders in India and the world. Thank you and have a great weekend.